Hey, what's up, guys? This is a special video for the power of image based on the last lecture where Evan asked me a question and I couldn't respond it because I wasn't able to see the comments on the live stream. But he asked something about, let me read it, about the meaning of tattoos. Especially when it comes to professional image, how could you communicate more authority, the semiotics of a tattoo, more authority or accessibility and all that, right? Let me read it. How do tattoos play in the power of image? Is it more accessible or authoritative, etc.? Well, I'm gonna talk about tattoos from the perspective of an image consultant. You see, tattoos, as an image consultant, we cannot talk about it from a positive or negative way. I cannot say whether it's good or bad, because as the third law of Imagology says, image is relative. So it is relative. Having a tattoo is completely relative to the objectives, to the needs of your audience. But have in mind that having a tattoo will always be perceived as being controversial. Always. As being a rebel. In the 19th century, I believe, the tattoos were associated, and they still do based on that, were associated with sailors, with prisoners. They communicate something in the prisons. They were communicating through different symbols, through different tattoos. They were saying who they are inside of the prison. So if a guy has a spider tattooed here, that meant that he was a fucking killer. So you need to be aware of that. You need to stay away from him. So as they got out, those codes got out also on the street. They still communicated that. So that's why people believe, there's a common belief that having a tattoo means that you are a rebel, that you're a prisoner, and it is something bad, it's unprofessional and whatnot. But if you really see the starting of tattoos and all that, how it got started, like I already explained on the first lecture, the first form of attire, the first form of outfits for the human being was tattoos, was scarifications, was necklaces and accessories. So tattoos had a deeper meaning back then. They were supposed to guard you from evil spirits. They were supposed to open different doors, different realities, when the sorcerers, they tattoo themselves to communicate with spirits and all that, right? So a tattoo will always be perceived as symbolism, or that's how it should be perceived. Because you see, there's a lot of trends. Nowadays it's become a trend. It's becoming a trend. It is a trend. Everybody is tattooing themselves. Everyone has a tattoo now. Every single person, whether it's a fucking butterfly or a pentagram or whatever, right? Everybody's tattooing themselves. So my recommendation as an image consultant is to be aware of your needs and your objectives, who you are, meaning your essence. So if your essence, if your style works with being tattooed, then go for it. I mean, you can do whatever the fuck you want, right? But really think that if you're a lawyer, for example, or if you're a doctor, for example, chances are that when people go to see you on a professional environment, they will they will, you know, they will judge you in a negative way. Chances are that they will judge you in a negative way. You know, standing in front of a judge in the courtroom, being tattooed all over the place, in the face. There's a big chance that you will not be allowed entering that courtroom. Now, I'm not saying if it's something good or bad. Remember, I'm an image consultant, and it's all about the manipulation of perception. It's all about perception. So, it's relative to you. But my recommendation is to put the symbolism of it before the aesthetics. Fuck aesthetics when it comes to tattoos. Fuck aesthetics. It's not about putting something nice, something that looks good. Like, oh yeah, look, I just saw a little butterfly the other day, and I thought to myself, you know, it looks beautiful. So why don't I tattoo it on my body? Like girls, for example, they always get a tattoo in the, how do you say it? Right before the ass. How do you say
lower back? Lower back.
The lower back. It's a trend now, and it's not about looking good or bad. It's about the symbolism, what it means to you, because a tattoo should be made just for you. If you tattoo yourself to show it, chances are that you did it because of the aesthetics. You get what I'm saying? If you did it because of the aesthetics, then you just want to show it off, and then there's no meaning behind it. I mean, you can do whatever the fuck you want, man. But I'm just giving you my professional recommendation. Have a deep meaning behind that tattoo, because you will have it for the rest of your life. Think of it. A tattoo is meant to have it for the rest of your life. You will have it for the rest of your entire life. Now, you can debate me right now and say, Pablo, you can erase a tattoo. Well, yeah, but you can erase a tattoo, but you have to be aware that it's gonna cost you triple of what it costs you getting that tattoo, and it's gonna hurt you like 100 times more. It's gonna hurt a lot, and it's gonna leave a scar. So I wouldn't recommend you to getting off a tattoo. What I would recommend is to really think what you're gonna put in your body. Get a meaning being, get the symbolisms, the semiotics, like I was just talking in the last lecture, the semiotic. Semiotic is the science that studies symbols. You can just Google it. Don't take my advice. Go do your own research on everything that I'm talking about. Everything, on every lecture, do your own research and then ask me questions. So the semiotic is the science that studies symbols. So before you choose a tattoo, study the symbol, the symbolism, what it means to you. Now, it could be for a person to, if you tattoo yourself and somebody looks at that tattoo and says, that's an ugly ass tattoo, you can say, yeah, fuck you, whatever. It means something for me. It has a deeper meaning. And you do it for yourself, not for the others. Of course, it depends on your style, right? If you're a dramatic style, then chances are you will be tattooed all over the place. Now, another recommendation is really invest in it. Really spend a lot of money when you get a tattoo, because the cheap goes expensive. The cheap will transform into something expensive. You really need to put some effort in it. I mean, go to a nice tattoo shop. See the work of the tattoo artist before you get a tattoo, and speak with him before you get a tattoo. And the other recommendation is to let him do his magic. He's the artist. You give him your idea and then let him do his work. He's the expert. He knows what he's doing. He will take care of you. That's why you're investing a lot of money on him. Okay? Also, another thing, do not get a tattoo out of something emotional, you know, like, oh, I just broke up with my girlfriend, I should get a tattoo, or, you know, I'm drunk with my friends in Las Vegas, fuck it, let's get a tattoo. No, man, no, don't do it like that. Don't never do it like that. Remember that Imagology is it's a deep understanding of what we communicate, not doing it just for the fuck of it. And of course, after you get a tattoo, and with a proper meaning for you, and you know that it's gonna be there for the rest of your life and whatnot, you need to take care of that tattoo. Meaning you need to moisturize the part of the body where you got the tattoo, and you need to take care of. The sun shouldn't hit the tattoo for at least 1 month or two, and really, after a while, after 1 year or something like that, or 6 months, you need to go back to the tattoo artist, and he will make some retouches on the design. So you need to really take care of. It's like grooming habits. It becomes a part of your lifestyle. It becomes a part of your grooming habits. Getting retouch of your designs. So remember, you can have a lot of tattoos and not show them because they are meant for you, or you can have a lot of tattoos and show them all because that's what you are, man. Maybe you are a rocker, you know, you're a rock star, so maybe you want to show off your tattoos. Well, it all depends. It all comes down to what you want in life, what you're doing in your life, and of course the needs of your target audience. Remember, it's the manipulation of perception. Don't do it just because you like it. Do it because you want to get something out of it, because that meaning of the tattoo will create an impact on your target audience. So that's my recommendation. That's that's how we image consultants see tattoos. And how can they communicate accessibility or authority? Well, it depends on the. This is audiovisual image. This is one of the subcategories of image of Imagology. It depends on the design. I mean, if you tattoo a pussycat in your forehead, of course it's going to communicate something way different than tattooing in your forehead, fuck you. You see what I'm saying? Of course it's going to communicate something different. One of those tattoos is going to communicate more softness, more accessibility, and the other one is going to communicate more authority and whatnot. So have that in mind before you get a tattoo. Send me your questions. I'm here for you. And whatever you do it for the symbolism. Do it with a deep meaning behind it. Okay? I'll see you on the next one.